Hello, friend. I want to tell you about the Lexus RX car. Lexus RX has everything a typical European user needs who wants to be up to date. Premium brand, SUV body, high durability, possibility of installing LPG. There is only no diesel, but there is a hybrid version. No wonder it enjoys great interest. People who want to buy a large premium SUV are afraid of high maintenance costs. Tempting-looking Audis, BMWs, or Volvos scare people away with the risk of a breakdown that will cost a fortune to fix. The Lexus RX is not cheap to repair either, but its legendary durability is convincing. And the truth is that these are not legends. The first-generation car inherited the best features of the Japanese premium brand. High quality of workmanship went hand in hand with reliability. The second generation is a continuation of these traditions. Apart from typical signs of wear and tear and high mileage, it can be said that nothing happens to the cars. So when buying a used model, it is worth focusing on the most important area, the bodywork. This may show signs of corrosion, and the chassis has quite a few deposits. It is less common to have deep perforation. When looking at all the elements, it is worth having in the back of your head the information that everything in Lexus is expensive. That is why even the exhaust system can cost a lot of money. Important: do not buy a car after an accident or flood. An unprofessionally repaired one will be a piggy bank. Also one in which the air suspension bellows require repairs. Users most often complain about the durability of the brakes. Unfortunately, the high weight does its job. It is worth taking an interest in good quality replacements for brake discs and pads. When servicing the system, it is a good idea to regenerate all the calipers. Faulty ones cause accelerated wear of the discs and often overheating. It is necessary to inspect all the brake lines. As for other car problems, there is another slightly bigger one: accelerated oil consumption in some engines. It does not apply to all drive units, so it may not depend on the quality of workmanship at the factory, but on the way of use or mileage. Many cars have already covered 300 kilometers or more. In 2006, a hybrid version called the 400h debuted in Europe. It is a 3.3-liter unit driving the front axle and an electric drive for the rear axle. This combination gave 272 horsepower and torque comparable to a 3-liter diesel. Unlike regular petrol versions, the transmission is handled by the continuously variable transmission (ECVT), which may not be to everyone's taste, although I personally think that with a V6 engine it is not a problem. The entire drive, just like traditional drives, is very durable and requires only periodic maintenance. Hybrid batteries easily withstand mileage of around 300 kilometers. When it becomes necessary to regenerate them, there is no problem at all, and the costs are not high. That's less than replacing the turbocharger with a new one in a diesel engine. Some Lexus RX users decide to install LPG systems. No wonder, after all, the car can burn 11 to 13 L, 100 kilometers. Hybrid versions, on the other hand, are relatively economical and burn about 9 to 10 L on average. And it is often the hybrids that have LPG installed, which is not a pointless idea at all. Then you drive at costs comparable to a compact with a diesel engine. In the second generation of the Lexus RX 400h, the internal combustion engine is very durable and proven in cooperation with LPG. Adjusting valve clearances is quite simple and cheap. Adjustment plates. It is recommended to check every 45,000 horsepower. The cylinders in this car are mounted under the trunk floor. Tanks from 60 to even 70 liters of capacity can be mounted there. What kind of car is the Lexus RX, and who can it be recommended to? It's a comfortable, well-quiet car for a leisurely drive, and don't be fooled by the power of the engines. The RX isn't suited for fast cornering, at most on the motorway. It's not as functional as other SUVs in this segment, small trunk, but none can match its durability. It is also a car for people who do not skimp on money for good service and know how to take care of the technical condition. If you are a tightwad and spend more time looking for a cheaper than better service, give up on Lexus. Common Lexus RX 2. Faults: chassis corrosion, exhaust corrosion, corrosion of the brake system, excessive oil consumption, some units, lambda probe failures, mainly on LPG, air suspension, high mileage. What to look for? I especially recommend the fuel-efficient 400h hybrid versions. What to avoid? Cars with a suspicious history from across the ocean. Thanks for listening to me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and rate my video. If you know of any problems with this car that I haven't mentioned, be sure to write about them in the comments.